The Goodlife Game Show is proudly brought to you by the Ghana Health Service with support from the BCS project and USAID.
Yes, 10 weeks gone and over 10,000 Ghana cedis won in cash and other rewards. Hello Ghana, Africa and the rest of the wonderful world. Welcome to the very first stage of our semi-finals of the Goodlife Game Show Season 2. Now, today what are we going to do? Today, we've put together our contestants, our winners, top prize winners from episodes 1 to 5. And they are going to battle their heads out. That means next week, we're going to have our top prize winners from episodes 6 to 10 battle it out to square it up to find out who gets to place in the grand finale and possibly take away a whopping 5,000 Ghana cedis cash. How about that? I'm sure you're surprised. You haven't sent your text. You missed out if you're thinking of sending your text right now. But what you can do later in the show is to answer that viewer choice question that appears on the screen, and we'll be glad enough to honor you with something. Today on the show is going to be very, very fantastic. I've got my live studio audience in here, and as usual, my name is Jonah Hughes, the Bonafide Genius. If you're wondering how we play, well, this is how we play on the Goodlife Game Show.
To play the Goodlife Game Show, the potential contestant must be of age 18 and above, of a sound mind and body. 2. Text your name to short code
1759
and wait for our call. 3. Take your spot on the show and play your way to great rewards in 3 exciting rounds. Each round will be explained by the host of the show. This is the Goodlife Game Show, plain and simple.
You can also play and win. It's clean and simple. But like I say, if you're thinking of sending a text right now to play, it's too late. What you can do is to patiently wait for Season 3 that comes up soon and quicker. Now, let's move on to our contestant. First contestant is Zainas. Then we have Caleb. Salom is next. Let's clap for them. We have Kwabena and Barbara. So welcome back. This is the Goodlife Game Show. This is the very first stage of our semi-finals, and like I told you earlier, 2 of our 5 contestants will make it to the final grand finale to meet the other 2, which will be selected from episode 6 to 10. So tonight the contest is as fierce as ever. And if you're ready, shall we begin round 1? Round 1, question 1. Which, with Ghana at the center of the compass, where can Burkina Faso be located?
The north.
And the north is correct. Of course, Ghana is also bounded on the south by the Gulf of Guinea, east by Togo, west, Ivory Coast. No, what is good one. Caleb, how many members make up the Parliament of Ghana? Options: A, 220, B, 230, C, 200.
200.
200 is wrong, it's 230. Why don't you have a parliamentarian in your area? Oh, Charlie. Salom, who overthrew the government of Kofi Abrefa-Busia and established military rule in Ghana in 1972?
Kutu Echampong.
Kutu Echampong is correct. Kwabena, who built the Elmina Castle? Is it the British, the French, or the Portuguese?
The British.
The British, wrong. It was built by the Portuguese in 1482. 1482. Barbara, why are you looking away? Your question. Which B refers to the scientific study of the human mind and its functions?
Psychology.
Psychology is correct. Without a shadow of doubt, you can attest that your brain is working. Zainus, a farmer has 17 sheep. All but 9 of them die. How many sheep does the farmer have left?
11.
The answer is in your beard. 11, wrong, it's 9. All but 9. Caleb, the red house is on one side and the blue house is on the other side. Where is the White House?
In America.
Which part of America?
The White House is within the blue and the red house.
You've been bailed out, I'm sorry. It's in Washington, D.C. That's where the White House is. Salom, in the hit comedy Coming to America, the character Prince Akeem was played by who?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is correct! Kwabena, how many dwarfs were there in the popular Snow White story? Snow White. 3.
Yeah.
That's wrong. It's 7. Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. Barbara, in the popular Ghanaian folktale, Kwaku Anansi had a beautiful wife. What is her name?
Okonoria.
Honoria is correct! What is happening? Chai.
I've just seen one good life.
Zainus, what is the full meaning of NADMO?
National Disaster and Management.
And domestic activities.
No. Disaster. It's disaster management organization. It's National Disaster Management Organization. Yeah.
National Disaster Management Organization. That's correct. Caleb.
Yes.
Which football coach took the national team Black Stars to the 2012 African Cup of Nations?
Milo. No, sorry.
What is Milo? T.
Football, I don't know. Which?
I'll repeat myself.
please.
You've been bailed out. It's Goran Stevanovic. Goran Stevanovic. Salom. You like to do football? No. In geometry, a flat shape consisting of straight lines that are joined to form a closed chain or circuit is known as a...
Quadrilateral.
Quadrilateral is wrong, it's a polygon. Kabina, the chemical process that converts carbon dioxide into organic compounds using energy from sunlight is also known as... Oh, man, you don't know. It's called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Barbara, this is the last one. You want to make a difference? For 1,000 Ghana, no, 5,000 Ghana cedis. Huge amount. Are you sweating? You need some time. You are sweating in the air condition. This is dangerous. Answer this. The branch of medicine that is involved in the study, diagnosis, prevention, and treatment of diseases, disorders, and conditions of the oral cavity is also referred to as
Oral cavity.
oral cavity. 5 seconds. It's not in your hair. You've been bailed out. It's called dentistry. Dentistry. You are showing me your teeth. And that brings us to the end of round 1. We'll be back with the scores and more. Please stay with us. Welcome back, viewers, to the Goodlife Game Show. This is the very first stage of our semi-final round of the grand season 2 of your favorite Goodlife Game Show, which has been brought to you kindly by the Ghana Health Service, the BCS project, with support from the USAID. I told you earlier, you can follow us on Facebook. That's www.facebook.com/Goodlife Ghana page. That's the page you want to go and like. If you are a viewer watching us from home, fix your eyes on the screen. There's a viewer choice question there for you. Answer correctly, and if you are smart, or rather lucky, you could win something beautiful from our Goodlife team. Now let's move on to the scores for round 1. At the end of round 1, all our 5 contestants had big dreams. They all wanted to be landlord or landlady. But how did they fare? That That means there is a tie. It's a bone of contention. We must break it immediately. So I begin with you, Zenas. Which is the only U.S. state to begin with the letter P?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is correct. Salom, Zenas has it, so you should get it as well, or you are out. You could be out. Who painted the Mona Lisa? 5 seconds. It's Leonardo da Vinci. Barbara, what year did Elvis Presley die?
1982.
1982 is wrong. It's 1977. That means Zenas is our top winner for round one. Put your hands together for him. So Zenas, you back in the contest you were before, you couldn't win. Somebody saved you. Now you're in a position to save somebody. Who will you save and who will you kick out?
130. Okay, sorry.
Barbara, that's the end of the road for you. And who next?
Nah, Caleb will go.
Oh, and Caleb, that's it. This way. Welcome back to the Goodlife Game Show. This is the only show in Ghana now that not only educates you but also entertains you, informs you, and even better, impels you to live nothing but that good life you've always dreamed of. At the end of round one, we have Zenas, Selom, and Kwabena standing. We're zooming straight into round two. Don't forget, you can also follow us on Facebook. That's www.facebook.com/GoodLifeGhana. That's the page you want to go and like that page. So in round two, we have two parts. That's our wild card segment. First part is reserved for sexually transmitted diseases. You're going to mention them in turns. The sexual transmitted diseases that you know. The second part is the childhood killer diseases for which children are vaccinated against in Ghana. Any one of them that you know. Again, you're going to go in turns. And at the end of the round, we'll score you as usual, and the weakest contestant gladly will leave the playground. Are you ready? Good. Zenas, name any childhood killer diseases for which children are vaccinated against here in Ghana.
Yellow fever.
Yellow fever is correct. Salom, polio is correct. Poliomyelitis, yes.
Tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis is correct. Zenas.
Measles.
Measles, correct. Yes.
Whooping cough.
Whooping cough is correct. Yes.
Cholera.
Cholera, wrong. Yes, Zenas.
Heat rashes.
Heat rashes. Disaster. Salom.
Tetanus.
Tetanus is correct. Kwabena.
Hepatitis B.
Hepatitis B is hemophilia B. That's correct. Hepatitis B is correct. Yes. Zenas.
Hepatitis C.
I'm sorry, because somebody said B, you are saying C. That's wrong. Salom.
Diphtheria.
Diphtheria is correct. But diphtheria is whooping cough. So you can't eat your cake and have it. Yes. Kwabena.
Anemia.
Anemia. You very. Let's move on to the second part. I begin again with you, Zenas. Name any sexually transmitted disease you know.
HIV/AIDS.
HIV/AIDS is correct. Yes.
Genital warts.
Genital warts is correct.
Gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea is correct. Zenas.
Syphilis.
Syphilis. Yes, correct.
Genital herpes.
Genital herpes is correct. Kwabena.
White infection.
Eh?
White infection.
White infection.
As in the lady's white.
The lady's white. Okay, I'll give you that. That's correct. Zenas. 5 seconds. Counting. Gone. Salom.
Hepatitis B.
Hepatitis B. That's correct. Yes, Kwabena, think hard. Something will just come up. Do you know anybody who's been affected? Like, just in case. Any book you read, something, somebody you know. 5 seconds. You've been bailed out, my brother. That ends round 2 for us here on the first stage of the semi-finals of the Grand Season 2 of your favorite Good Life Game Show. We'll be back with the scores and much more.
Hey Charlie, what is this good life everybody is talking about? All over Ghana, everybody is talking about their good life.
My good life is to go to the village every weekend to see my family.
My good life is singing and drumming for people to dance.
My good life is taking care of my customers and increasing my sales.
My good life is spending time with my siblings and cousins at home.
Mikra, what's my good life? Ah, you see, that's my good life. Charlie, what do you mean? I'm a good life.
But you know something? When you are sick, you cannot enjoy your good life. The message is clear. You cannot enjoy your good life if you do not have good health. There are very simple yet effective ways of preventing diseases to protect your good life. Stay tuned to Good Life for more information. Good Life, dream home.
Good life. Live it well.
And you're still on the first stage of the semi-final round of your gorgeous Good Life Game Show Season 2. At the end of round 2, what are the scores? That means there's a tie between Kwabena and Zainas. Shall we break it, gentlemen? Good. I begin with you, Zainas. Sterilization will make a woman lose her sexual desire. True or false?
False.
False it is. That's correct. And in fact, she may find that she enjoys sex more because she does not have to worry about getting pregnant. That's sterilization for you. Kwabena, a woman can have the IUD removed anytime she wants to become pregnant. True or false?
False.
False. You are wrong, my brother. That is so true. And she can become pregnant immediately after removal. Kwabena, you should have thought a little deeper. That's the end of the road for you. Come for your presidential handshake and the green Good Life bag. It's time for round 3, our thematic round. And as usual, in round 3, we focus on one theme, one Good Life theme. But because it is the semi-final stage, we have put together 4 themes. That's malaria, water and sanitation, nutrition, and family planning. All the 4 themes together will make up the questions in round 3. And that will book your slots into the grand finale for you to go and win the 5,000 Ghana cedis, because you're going to meet with other 2 contestants. 4 of you will battle for our top prize. So if you are ready, let's play for the final stage, the Good Life Game Show. Round 3, question 1. Now this question requires that you watch the visuals and answer accordingly. So I'll show you pictures and you pick your answer from amongst the sets that I'll show you. Okay. Now the IUD looks like which of these 3 images? Is it the A, the B, or the C?
A.
A is correct. Salom, you have a similar thing. The implant looks like which of these images? Is it A, B, or C?
B.
B is correct. The IUD can remain inside the woman and prevent pregnancy for how long? Options: A, 1 year, B, 5 years, C, 10 years. That's for you, Zenas.
5 years.
5 years is wrong. It's 10 years. And they can last for up to 10 years, but can be taken out by a trained health official earlier if the woman wants to become pregnant. Salom, your question. After removing the implants, a woman can become pregnant. A, immediately. B, after 2 to 3 days. C, after 3 months.
Immediately.
Immediately is correct. Now let's do some malaria questions. Zenas, when is your insecticide-treated net most effective? A, when it's tucked in. B, when it's torn. C, when it's not hanged.
When it's tucked in.
When it's tucked in is correct. Salom, let's go. This is yours. After washing a net, where should they be aired and dried? A, in the sun. B, in an oven. C, in the shade.
In the shade.
In the shade is correct. Zenas, for how long should new treated nets be aired before being used?
24 hours.
24 hours is correct. They should be aired for 24 hours. That's 1 day prior to use. Salom, in addition to taking SP at the antenatal clinic, what can a pregnant woman do to prevent malaria?
Sleep in a treated mosquito.
Sleep in a treated net. That's correct. And she must do that every night. Everyone should sleep under treated nets, but it's especially important for pregnant women and children who are most vulnerable. Let's do some questions on mother and child health. Are you ready, Zenas? Let's begin. What is the process of gradually adding family foods to breastfeeding for a child less than 2 years? A, additional feeding. B, exclusive breastfeeding. C, complementary feeding.
C, complementary.
Complementary feeding is correct. Nobody wants to give up. Salom doesn't want to give up too, so she will answer this question correctly, I'm sure. Okay, let's go. What is the most critical age period to ensure proper development of a child who is less than 2 years old? Options: A, 0 to 6 months. B, 6 to 9 months. C, 9 months to 2 years.
0 to 6 months.
0 to 6 months is wrong. It's 6 to 9 months. Let's move on to water and sanitation. Zenas, in addition to giving ORS to children, what affordable treatment can help stop diarrhea faster? A, zinc tablets. B, iron tablets. C, vitamin A tablets.
Zinc tablets.
Zinc tablets is correct. Salom. To protect water sources against contamination from feces, a latrine should be built at least A, 25 meters downhill. B, 30 meters downhill. C, 50 meters downhill.
50 meters downhill.
50 meters downhill is wrong. It's 30 meters downhill. Zenas, children who normally play in dirt and do not wash their hands with soap and water are at risk of getting which illness? Options: A, intestinal worms. B, malaria. C, Apollo cankai.
Intestinal worms.
Intestinal worms is correct. Salom, name 3 good hygiene practices that can help prevent intestinal worms.
1, avoid playing in sand or dirt.
Good.
2, wash hand with soap and water.
Yes.
3, deworm once every 3 months.
That third one is not correct. First 2 correct. So I'll give you 2 out of 3. The options I was looking forward for you to mention are washing hands with soap and water, drinking only clean and safe water, washing raw fruits and vegetables in clean water to get rid of eggs and larvae before eating. 4, using clean and safe water for drinking and cooking. 5, keeping food and household water safe and covered from flies and dirt. 6, protecting water sources from animals. 7, keeping fingernails clean and short. 8, using clean toilet facilities protected from flies. And 9, avoid eating foods that are cold or undercooked from unhygienic vendors. So those are the options and you must note them. That brings us to the end of round 3. We'll be back with the scores the final declaration. Of course, the good news is both Zainas and Selam have booked their places into the grand finale. But that means they are going to meet some people who are more tougher, probably, than they are, or equally stronger than they are. We'll be back with the scores and more. Now, if you are a viewer watching us from home and you're thinking of sending a text to participate in this contest, I'm sorry, because this is the very first stage of our semi-final round. That's the penultimate to the grand finale. But what you can do right now is to answer that question on the screen right now correctly. And if you get it right, we will be glad to honor you with some goodies from our Good Life team. The text code is 1759 across network. Now, at the end of round 3, what are the scores? So, that means there's a tie. And then they move up. So, we will break the tie. Zainos, break the tie for me. On what date was the 7th billionth born in the world? On what date?
October 7th.
7th October is wrong. It's 31st October 2011. That was when the 7th billionth baby was born. Salon, name 2 possible temporary side effects some women experience when starting to take the pill. The pill.
Tenderness in the breast. Then some lose or gain slight weight.
And Salam wins that contest. Put your hands together for her. The options are menstrual bleeding, mild headaches, breast tenderness, slight weight gain. And these possible side effects are temporary and usually stop within the first 3 months of using the pill. But of course, like I told you earlier, both of you have booked your slots in the grand finale to play for 5,000 Ghana cedis and some more goodies from the Good Life team. How about that? Put your hands together for yourselves. Congratulations. So come for your presidential handshakes. That's how the curtains drop on today's episode. Exciting episode, I must say, of the first stage of the Good Life Game Show Season 2. Season 3 comes up shortly. That promises to be much more exciting. If you haven't sent your text by now, I'm sure you're late, but wait patiently for Season 3. But until then, you want to go onto our Facebook page. That's www.facebook.com/GoodLifeGhana. Go there, like it, learn something new, because when Season 3 begins, there'll be more tips there for you. My name is Johnny Hughes, the Bonafide Genius. I'll see you again next week. But until then, remember that your good life goes with good health and you have a singular obligation to live it well. Until then, let's peace.
This program was brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, BCS Project and USAID.